I was born in High Point, North Carolina. At that time, High Point had about 65,000 people. Pretty small town. I grew up in a wonderful family. I have a younger sister, and I have two parents that worked awfully hard to make us have a good life, or to help us have a great life. My parents were constantly telling us that in order to make a life for ourselves, that we had to work hard and study hard. But there was also time for play, and we did plenty of that too. I was very fortunate that I was able to go to University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. So when I was in college, I had a chance to meet with a professor at the University of North Carolina Dental School who worked in a cleft palate clinic. And one thing led to another, and he invited me to visit the cleft palate clinic to see the children and the adults who he worked with. And so I went to that clinic a handful of times, and for whatever reason I became very interested in what he was doing. So that was my first exposure to dentistry. So at that point I knew that, or I suspected that, I wanted to be a dentist. And so my focus in college became going to dental school. And I geared myself to that. I knew I had to have the good grades, I knew I had to study hard, and I knew I had to gain admission, and fortunately I was able to do that. I went to dental school at Emory University in Atlanta. At that time, Emory is one of the oldest dental schools in the country. It was around for 100 years, and I was very proud to get into Emory, an excellent school, an excellent university even today. And I spent 4 years at Emory Dental School and became a dentist. So periodontics became my focus. It became my specialty, and after I finished school in Atlanta at Emory and graduated, I moved to Boston and started specialty training at Boston University at really what was considered, and what still is considered, one of the top specialty programs in the country at the Goldman School of Dentistry at Boston University. I happened to ultimately meet my wife, who was a student at Emory College, and we dated my last 2 years of dental school. She ultimately went to law school, and then we got married. 10 days later, we moved to Boston. She continued in law school, and I started my specialty training in periodontics. We both were at Boston University. After we left Boston, we moved to New Jersey, and I practiced for 3.5 years. But the opportunity presented itself that I could purchase a private practice in Jacksonville, Florida. So I looked pretty carefully at that, and we decided at that particular point in time to move south, to move to Jacksonville. I purchased a practice that used to be on University Boulevard in Jacksonville, and 15 years later I moved to the present facility, which is the office that we're in right now. And we've never looked back. It's been a tremendously good experience on a personal level. We enjoy Jacksonville. We raised our children in Jacksonville, and we love Jacksonville, and we certainly are very proud of the office that we built 15 years ago. It's state-of-the-art, very modern, very clean, and we are very proud to have patients come visit us at this office. The other great thing in my life besides my wife are our two children. I have a daughter, Amy, who recently graduated from the University of Pennsylvania, and she's now decided to take a year in China, where she works and learns Chinese because she can speak Chinese, so she's enhancing that. And I have a son, Andrew, who finished his first year at Duke University in North Carolina. So as far as motivation, I'm motivated personally, I'm motivated professionally, but of course my family motivates me the most, my wife, of course, and my two kids. There's nothing else for me to think about besides those things. I think it's incumbent upon me as a professional to do the best I can to give back to the community, because again, I think I'm very fortunate to be here. I'm fortunate to be in this profession. I'm fortunate to have raised my family here, and I think it's really important to give back and say thank you.